So the Pittsburgh Steelers just signed T.J. Watt to a 4-year deal worth over $112 million. Now this is good, because it means that T.J. Watt's going to play week 1. Which makes me happy. It's questionable though, because it is $28 million or over $28 million per year, which makes him the highest paid defender in the NFL, surpassing Joey Bosa, who's making $27 million per year on a deal he recently signed. And that deal had surpassed Myles Garrett, and that deal had surpassed, you get the point. It went on and on and on. This guy's trying to win up Jared financially. And T.J. Watt has done that. He deserves it too. This is back-to-back years where he was a top 3 finisher in Defensive Player of the Year voting. He finished second last year, to Aaron Donald obviously, and he finished third the year before that. Behind Stephon Gilmore and... I forget who the second place person was, but he finished third in 2019. Now, Watt's coming up here where he led the NFL in sacks. He's a huge part of Pittsburgh's defense, and we need him this year, especially at the start of the season, because Stephon Tuitt is not going to be available for the first couple of games. You're not going to have Stephon Tuitt. Cameron Hayward is getting up there in age, but still is an effective pass rusher. You've got Melvin Ingram, which is nice to have, alongside Alex Highsmith. So you're going to have good depth at the other side, but that really only matters as long as you have T.J. Watt. If it's Ingram and Highsmith starting, that's still a good duo, but it makes it phenomenal when you have T.J. Watt on the other side. And again, this makes him the highest paid defensive player in the NFL, at least on a per-year annual salary basis, where you break the deal down 4 years, over $112 million, over $28 million per year. Again, most by defensive player in the league. Where's that rank among quarterbacks, though? I think it ranks actually, according to Spot Track, however you say it, it ranks, I think, close to top 10 for quarterback money, too. It's really, I don't mean not top 10, it's up there for quarterback money. There's not a ton of people making $28 million per year in the NFL at any position. So Watt's going to be up among probably the 1% in terms of annual average salaries in the NFL right now. And again, with Ben Roethlisberger's contract coming off the books probably after this season, it makes stomaching that deal a lot easier. You're going to be able to pull it off because you're going to have the space, because you're not going to be paying a highly touted quarterback anymore. Now, does it make signing a quarterback in free agency very difficult if you want to choose to go that route? Yes, you're not going to be able to sign a very good quarterback in free agency at any point during this deal, probably, because of how much money you have invested in T.J. Watt. It's also going to make signing free agent tackles difficult, which I assume you're going to want to do eventually, just based on what we've seen from the tackles they have on the roster recently. You're going to have to sign Minkah Fitzpatrick to an extension. There's a lot to go. There's a lot to take care of here. Minkah Fitzpatrick has said Cameron Hayward's pretty much locked down for the most of his prime at this point. T.J. Watt, only a 4-year deal, surprisingly, which means he gets a chance to probably cash in one more time at the end of his prime, when presumably the salary cap will be higher. And a noble thing here, Pittsburgh gave him $80 million in guarantees. They're not big on giving out guarantee money. They usually don't guarantee much beyond the first year of the contract. At some point, you have to bend, because other teams are going to offer that kind of money. Other teams are going to potentially fold guarantee contracts like that, as ridiculous as it sounds. They're going to offer so much guarantee money, you can't possibly compete with that kind of stuff. So if you're Pittsburgh and you have a generational talent like T.J. Watt, who looks like a Hall of Famer 4 years into his career, you just got to open up your pocketbook there and pay the guy. And you have to be okay with it. You have to be okay with giving out more guarantee money. Because the rules in the NFL are set by the total number of teams. And if 31 teams, or even just 15 teams in the league, are willing to go out and pay you more than guarantee money than just the first year of the deal, then Pittsburgh's going to have to do that eventually. Because someone like T.J. Watt can just say, all right, I'll play out this one more year, or I'll sit out, or something like that. And then I'll try to get more at least field contracts from other teams, where they're going to offer me guarantee money. So he gets $80 million guaranteed, over $112 million total, 4-year deal, or four-year extension for T.J. Watt. It feels good to have him on contract and know he's not going to sit out and know he's going to play week 1. Obviously, he practiced the other day, but it still feels good to know that this deal is done, and we no longer have to sit around and just kind of deal with the stress of waiting to find out if T.J. Watt's going to get extended. We know he's a Pittsburgh Steeler right now. Hopefully, it's going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler for life. T.J. Watt is now the highest paid defensive player in the NFL.